in Texas. Tonight we've got a great Sunday night matchup between the Indianapolis Colts and the Dallas Cowboys. The calendar has turned to December, and we're in the home stretch now as we're underway in Week 13. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Taylor to start the drive.
And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
And, Charles, you think about what this defense has had to prepare for. They're in for a battle. I mean, they're facing a team that is working on a 6-game winning streak.
And that can be intimidating when you think about it in those terms, but I think what they need to do is make some sort of a statement early in this game, whether it's a turnover, a takeaway, a key sack on third down, a 3-and-out, something lets the other guys know that you mean business. Figuratively, throw the first punch and make it a good one.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26.
Again, it's Taylor.
And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation.
Well, this defense for the Cowboys, they were very strong in the win last week over the Giants.
And one of the key things you always look for when you're evaluating a defense is how opportunistic are they? How many takeaways do they get per game? And how about last week's game? That number? 6. Absolutely phenomenal performance. They were on top of their game right from the first snap.
On 3rd down, Ryan. And that is incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
Out is Rigoberto Sanchez on 4th down to punt this thing. Oh, it's a wobbler here. And this will be down just on the other side of midfield.
That penalty accepted, and they move the ball forward.
And nothing doing on his first run. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. No gain on the play there. 2nd down.
What an advantage having a lead guy in the middle of the defensive line, because not only does he take up the space and let the linebackers run free, but he can also make plays himself, as we just saw there.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. The first carry now for Tony Pollard. And very little there. He might have gotten a yard. Yeah, I think he got a yard to the 41.
But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
First down marker at the 31. It's 3rd down. Here's Prescott.
Over the middle, hauled in by Lamb.
And they'll get him down at the 34, and he's going to be short of the first by a few yards. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards, and that's going to make it 4th down.
I thought they might take a shot down the field, but instead they ran a little drag route there. I think they were hoping he could catch it and run away from the defender. But a really good job keeping the play in front of them, and they force a 4th down.
On 4th down, Prescott goes off, and on comes the Cowboy kicker, Brett Maher, for the field goal try. On the right hash, officially, this will be a 51-yard attempt. The kick by Maher is good. And the Cowboys are going to jump out to a 3-0 lead.
So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number one. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive.
And they come into this one riding that nice long win streak. And remember, next weekend is an open week for them. So if they can get the win here, a lot of momentum into that time off.
It certainly is. And if you're wondering if anybody's saying, boy, this is coming at a bad time, we want to keep playing, the answer can be yes. Because when teams are on a hot streak, they want to keep going. But what the veterans are telling the young guys in the locker room, an open week is always good, guys. Take it and let's go with it.
So following the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 25. Ryan. He's got his man. It's Pierce. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. A gain of 11 that time and a Colts first down.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space. And it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Oh, there's plenty of traffic waiting for him up the middle. But give him credit, he tried barreling through anyway. They're fortunate to get a yard out of that one.
On 2nd and 9, Ryan. This will be taken in by Michael Pittman. And that'll be good for 8 yards to the 45. I see an extra defensive back on the field. Little surprise here on 3rd and 1. They'll try and run for the first with Taylor. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. It's a first down following a gain of 3.
That's a tremendous group effort there, because when you talk about offensive lines, the best ones, talk about guys that play in harmony, in sync, and getting things done, and they did that on that play.
Yeah, especially on 3rd and 1. Got to be in sync, and they were. 2 first downs have them up near midfield now on 1st and 10. They go to the ground again with Taylor. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. That one good for 10 yards. And that'll bring up a 2nd and just about a few inches here. He was well over 100 yards last week. He told us this week, a little ambitious, said he wants to hit that 200 mark. We'll see.
Makes sense, though, doesn't it? Have we ever run into a running back that had a great game the week before that didn't think that's just going to naturally continue? Just make sure you feed me the football. And that's what they're all about. Continuity, rhythm, number of carries. Just keep giving it to him.
On 2nd down, it's Taylor. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. 3-0 after 1 on EA's. They're trying to keep the drive going. This will be play number 8. It's 3rd and 2. To the right side, this is Taylor. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. First and 10, Taylor now. And he'll take this one down to about the 40.
It was Osa Odighizuwa on the tackle.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
On 2nd and 9, Ryan got a man. It's complete to Jelani Woods. And he's going to be taken down at about the 33.
Such a tough position to defend near the line, even when you add a second defender, but the big man shrugged off the extra body and made the play call a success.
On 3rd down, here's Taylor.
They find some open field here. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. Well, they were in search of a short gain on 3rd down, and they wind up nabbing over 20 yards.
I hope we give enough respect to the big guys up front because they have been getting it done on this drive. The holes have been large, and they've been barreling through them, picking up first downs.
Now Ryan. The quick slant caught. That's good for a gain of 6, 2nd and goal.
They kept the receiver in the short field, but that let his quarterback get the ball quickly to him before either guy in double coverage could react.
So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal.
Taylor will struggle to get to the line of scrimmage as he'll be tackled back at the 4-yard line.
It'll go as no gain on the play, and now they're looking at a 3rd and goal. Defensively, I think they can smell a stop. Ball right around the 5 here, brings up 3rd.
And I think what they've done is they put doubt in the minds of the offensive guys. What do we do? Because now you don't have a go-to play. Either side they pick, throwing it, running it, it won't be easy.
So it's been a long drive. They've held the ball for quite a while. Now what do you do here?
Well, to me, at this stage after this drive, this close to the goal line, 3 points would be a letdown. I'm going for it here.
And his kick is indeed good.
So a long drive gets him down inside the 5, but ultimately they settle for just the field goal.
And I have to think that if maybe they were a yard closer, that would have made their decision tougher, and I think they likely would have gone for it. But in this situation, they just decided to take the 3, and I think it was a smart move.
Field goals all we've had so far. 3-3 now as the kick is away.
And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. Last time out, you remember their drive stalled, but thanks to their kicker, booted a long field goal to at least get him 3. Now here they'll try to do better and find the end zone.
And in our experience, how much fun is it for coaches to know that they've got a kicker who can nail it from long distance? Now, the hard part is, as an offensive play caller, you don't want that in your head too much where you're relying on it, and he goes out and gets the job done for them. But I'm quite sure he would be content to just kick extra points from here on out.
Yeah, absolutely no question. I think his teammates would be okay with him just kicking the extra points as well.
The 2nd down attempt there knocked down as it leaves the quarterback's hand, and it's incomplete.
That was well played, but that was also an example of a corner who understands his coverage, realized he had support behind him, and could be a little more aggressive in the shorter zone, and did exactly that, knocking that pass away.
To throw is Prescott. Got an open man. It's Michael Gallup. 30. 10. Touchdown, Cowboys. Michael Gallup, his first touchdown on the year, as his guys have now moved out in front.
I think it's fair to say there's nothing that gets a crowd to its feet quite like a big play, and that was something special there. Boy, was he moving.
And that's the kind of play where you have to kind of catch your breath afterwards. So just give me a second here, because when he shifted into high gear, he was an absolute blower out there. No substitute for speed. We talk about that all the time. The evidence was right there.
And if you're wondering how fast he was going, Next Gen Stats clocked him at close to 21 miles an hour from the 6. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. Well, partner, fast forward with me for a second. Remember, next week they have the open week, so they're going to get some extended rest. Does that change how they manage the rest of this one?
I think it does a little bit, but not by too much, because you're right. You get the extra rest, you get a chance to heal up and kind of, do a little bit of a reset for this team. But it's also 7 extra days to think back to the last time you were on the field. So now, a little more importance on what they're getting done, because they carry it with them for essentially 2 weeks.
They go play action now. Ryan. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Micah Parsons. What a season he continues to have. His 15th sack of the campaign.
Well, last game he had 2 sacks. Got another one here, picked up right where he left off.
Brandon, he spent the entire offseason working on new moves, new techniques, trying to add to his arsenal of pass rush moves. Certainly paying dividends in what we've seen so far.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And a throw there going to be incomplete.
Well, how about the coverage we just saw break out on 3rd down? Dime defense, blanketed the field with extra defensive backs and speed, unable to find an open hole to complete that pass.
As Sanchez on to punt here as he sends this one away.
He'll take it a few steps in front of the 50. They'll score that a 36-yard punt. And the Cowboys are going to take over in great position here with a 1st and 10. Draw play, Elliott. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
Hey, it's not the most spectacular play, but I think most teams will take that every single time for the first play of a drive. Begin the series with positive yardage and set yourself up for a very manageable 2nd down.
Meanwhile, Dak's throw here pulled in by Hilton.
And he gets this down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And that will bring up 3rd and 1.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and you can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before you get a good head of steam going.
He's going to be a yard short. Needed 2, but only got 1. 4th down. Now the Colts going to burn the 2nd of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. Now Prescott on 4th down.
Out of his hands quickly to CeeDee Lamb.
Touchdown, Cowboys! 2 first-half touchdown passes now for Dak Prescott.
And the Cowboys will extend their lead in the final minute of the half.
Extra point by Moore, up and good. And the lead is now 17-3. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
And not much on this one. Takes it from the 21. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape up past the 30.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Now the Colts will use their third and final timeout as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. And now a first chance for the backup here to throw. Rolling to his left.
Finding Pierce on the crossing route.
And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Rookie to rookie on the hookup there, and it's a first down.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half, but I like their countenance. I like the way that they haven't panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
On the move to his left.
And that one going to come up short. Low throw.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them. And I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
Steps away. And that is incomplete, stopping the clock with 5 seconds to go.
Well, he certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
Final play of the half. It's Ryan.
Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. Picked off by Malik Hooker. And he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this first half.
So we have come to halftime in what's already a 2-touchdown game. As we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. The Cowboys will get the football first here, and they have the lead as well as we are underway in quarter 3. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense.
Hey, Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more because I thought in the first half they didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it, but I think these first couple of drives, they'll want to get those running backs going and give them more opportunities, and I will guarantee you that those guys were lobbying for them in the locker room at halftime.
He'll fire this deep for Gallup.
Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. A big play here for Dallas. 46 yards.
They came out with an aggressive mindset to start the third quarter, and I wouldn't be surprised to see them take more of these type of deep shots as this game moves along. They connected there. They expect to connect on more before this one's over.
A first down carry by Elliott.
And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's second down.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. They run straight ahead here with Pollard.
And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
They'll need to get it to the 30 for a first. This is 3rd down. Prescott to throw it. And he finds his target. It's Schultz.
And he will have a Cowboys first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And that's well executed there on 3rd down. And I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a first down.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. It'll be a handoff to Pollard.
And he'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 14-yard line.
They're in a pretty good spot right now with a convincing lead. I think this is where they put on the boxing gloves, start to try and pound them into submission.
And the offensive line, they've controlled this game. I don't see why that trend would change now.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
Going to run again here with Pollard. And they get to him quickly here as he's stopped right around the 13. Calling a gain of a couple, and that's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 5. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
Prescott down. Touchdown, Cowboys! 3 touchdown passes now for Dak Prescott.
And the Cowboys take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead.
That drive that really increased their cushion felt very military to me. Very precise, methodical, that's one of the words you've taught me. And they just got it done.
And slowly but surely now starting to pull away a little bit. Things looking good for them here in the 3rd quarter.
Not only pulling away, but you mentioned that slowly but surely. You also drain clock, too, with a drive like that. So you really give yourself an advantage.
Extra point by Moore, up and good. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. The kick team out there for the Cowboys as they run up to send this one away.
Takes it at the 7. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Called it the 26.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive.
Play action here. Corral
out to his left. Looking left sideline, but it's incomplete.
I'm sure it was a tough halftime trying to figure out some strategy to get things going. Trailing by a lot when they went into the locker room. He's just trying every avenue to spark his team here to begin the 3rd quarter. Not a lot going on that play, though.
2nd and 10 now. Ryan
over the middle into the hands of Woods.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Here's Ryan.
Over the middle, hauled in by Pierce.
And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2. Throwing again on 2nd down. Ryan
delivers another one to Pierce.
And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 43. Another good reception there. The Colts on the march. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Running straight ahead, Taylor. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Fakes the handoff. Now Corral to throw it.
And he fires one that's intercepted.
Picked up by Trayvon Diggs. And the Cowboys are going to have the football here at their own 18-yard line.
And the tough thing is when he goes back and reviews the film, he'll see that he already escaped the pocket. He could have gotten more himself by using his legs, and that might have been the better choice there instead of challenging the zone. A miscalculation on his part, and he pays for it with the interception.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the 3rd quarter. You're 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
Now, meanwhile, a final play here is incomplete, and that's going to take us to the end of the 3rd quarter of play. 1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. The Cowboys on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. Now a give here to Pollard. And this won't do it. He needed 6. He only got halfway there.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
Here's Brian Anger now. Always a good sign when your first punt comes in the 4th quarter. Officially, that'll go as a 52-yard punt. Not too shabby. And the Colts will go on offense here, 1st and 10. The Colts come to the line, ready to start their next drive.
This has been frustrating for them to this point. They have not looked the same as they did coming in, riding that impressive 6-game win streak. They'll run with Taylor to begin the drive.
And they're able to get this one across the 35.
60 yards rushing for him now as he's carried it 13 times.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
Now Ryan on 1st down.
Quick slant here to Woods. And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. Now Ryan. 20. 10. And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. 39 yards there, a big one. Defensively, I know they have the comfortable lead here in the 4th, but they do not want to give up big plays like that.
They want to finish strong. So oftentimes in this situation, you tighten up underneath in your coverage and you bring your safeties back. They can pick up anything that leaks through. But in the meantime, upfield, you're making plays.
And the ball is free. Taylor lost it.
But I believe the Colts were able to fall on this when they were. And so possession will remain with Indy. 2nd down and goal. Ryan.
The catch good for 6 yards, but now it's 3rd and goal.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
They'll look to run with Taylor.
No gain on the play, and what to do now on 4th and goal. They'll try and throw for it with Ryan. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had the play call on 4th and goal, but it's dropped in the end zone. And this Cowboy defense comes up with a goal line stand. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Been a very strong performance for them, really, on both sides of the football. The turnover on downs, the most recent example, and now, obviously, they're in a great spot here.
Yeah, if you're over on the bench right now, you're shaking hands with your teammate, you're hugging him, give him a little dap. Been a big, big performance for them. Now you just don't get careless. Take care of the ball on the way out.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. 2nd down and 3. Inside give to Elliott. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
3rd and short yardage. Prescott into a double team, and it's intercepted.
And the Colts are going to take possession of the football. And they'll take possession already in the red zone and in a great spot to add points to the scoreboard.
And, Brandon, how many times have we seen a defense with a lot of field behind them get even more aggressive, right? They feel like they've got them not pinned down, but in a favorable spot for them. And they took advantage of it there, got a nice interception, and set up their offense in great shape.
And he's got it. Touchdown.
Jelani Woods, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Colts are finally into the end zone here in this 4th quarter. Chase McLaughlin on for the extra point.
And this is up and good. That'll make it a score now of 24-10. 2 scores down, 2 timeouts at their disposal. This is a critical onside kick. And they've got it. They recovered it. But hang on now, though. There's a penalty flag down.
Well, CD, you understand. I mean, they're so eager trying to get back in this game here in the 4th quarter, but they touched that one a little too early before it went 10 yards.
Brandon, it's such a high-stakes scenario. Everyone's feeling the pressure on this play. The special teams coordinator, which one is he going to pick in terms of kicks?
There he goes, left side. Touchdown, Cowboys.
Tony Pollard, his 7th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Cowboys are closing in on a 3rd straight win as they widen the gap further here in the 4th quarter.
Extra point by Moore, up and good. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. The kick team out there for the Cowboys as they run up to send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive.
And just looking ahead, it would appear that that bye week is coming at the right time. They'll have 2 weeks to chew on this one, though probably not one that they want to chew on. A poor performance from start to finish.
Throwing now, Ryan on 1st down.
Left side, he finds Pierce.
And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. To throw is Ryan. And that one too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
Again on 2nd and 10, it's Ryan. Got a man complete, it's Taylor. Touchdown Colts.
Jonathan Taylor with touchdown number 20 on the year. And the Colts have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th.
You got to understand situational football because they're playing with the lead here late in the ball game. So the back defender has got to be as deep as the deepest receiver. Keep everything in front of you, rally up and make the play.
Yeah, you would think they had the 3-score lead. Now it's down to 2, but 3-score lead here late, that they wouldn't give up a big pass play like that, but they did.
So 2 scores down, time definitely not an ally, but here comes the onside kick. And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none.
They'll go with Pollard here on 1st down.
Now the Colts going to burn the second of their timeouts as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game.
Shaquille Leonard in there to blow that play up.
I guess the simple question, why not just take a knee there?
I don't understand either why you would take any sort of a chance. We've seen it happen in the game of football. It doesn't matter whether you watch high school, college, or the NFL. Some people get a little greedy, try to get that extra running play in, and it can backfire on them.
Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. And for the Colts, an extra defensive back in there now on 3rd down. Now a shotgun handoff to Pollard. And some room to work.
And good work there in open space. And he's got this all the way down now to the 32.
A big gain there, and that should certainly be enough to put this one in the win column.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a 1st down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Up the middle, here's Elliott. And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop it behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. So this one will end in a victory for the Dallas Cowboys. And they've got to feel good about this performance. I think you'd agree, matched up against a top 5 defensive unit in the league. And they pretty much